Welcome back. So I've got something I want to do. I have not played this game online on the channel for several years since I've gotten my new camera and mic and setup and stuff. I have played it some in person, but I'm going to play this again, and these two characters are some of the stronger banishers because they can actually banish wounds. So I don't want them both to be on the same team, and since I have 6 characters, I can do a 3 and a 3. So let's pick one of these first. This will be odd, this will be even. I have a 4-sided die, odd, even. And if you can see, the 1 is at the top. It might be hard to see from overhead. So odd, we get the sorceress. So the witch will be out of the running. Now we need 2 of these. We're going to play a 3 hero game, a 3 character game. Now wait a minute. I've already played the bard. I played the bard and the brute last time. It was years ago. So let's bring in the fighter. So there we go. That was my mistake. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll roll this twice, and if I get an empty spot or whatever, then we'll have to figure it out. 4, so we get the healer. Oh, this is going to be a strong team. So 1, 2, 3. 4s will be a reroll. Got a 4. And it keeps going everywhere too. So 1, 2. So it looks like we're going to, this time we will play the sorcerer, the healer, and the fighter. And if we get a chance to play this on camera again sometime, we will do the cultist, the thief, and the witch. So we will have these. Now we need to determine the difficulty. So on an easy game, we will use all 6 items. That will just give us more offense and defense and less monsters coming in. The normal or medium difficulty, we remove 2, and in the hard difficulty, we remove 4. And I think what we're going to do is the medium difficulty with the 3 players and one of the good healers. So that means we will. I'm going to, you know what? I'm not even going to cheat that way. I was going to take 1 of each and then, but let's mix it all up. And we won't even know what we're getting until it shows up. So we will simply just remove those 2, and we will take our deck of runes and monsters level 1 through 3. And we're just going to slide these in somewhere in here. And then we'll give this, if I can, a shuffle. Now I've already shuffled this up a few times pretty decently. So if I get an item or a monster, I'll just put them in and we'll reshuffle the whole deck. But each player will start with 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So these I'll just slide back in and we'll give it another little shuffle. And then I think we can start by putting out, well, you can't see it on camera. We need a 3x3 grid. So we need a 3x3 grid, and since the cards are oblong, we can easily tell, ooh, shield. So, columns, Roman columns go up and down to hold the building, rows this way, okay? Put the deck here. Since there were not 6 monsters on the starting grid, we're fine to play. The sorcerer is the first player to go. And I won't do this every turn, but I want to show you. Play the lowest level undead from the void into the banishing. Okay? And take any 3 cards from the discard, including the 3 just discarded if you want it. So very good at banishing undead. But unfortunately, we will have to take a wound. We want to try and match, not just get the same color, but match the symbol. So I'm thinking we take this row. Now we have 2 blue swirls and 2 red swirls, but unfortunately we get a wound. See, this means any 3 blue. This means 3 blue of the same color. Same with the red and the green. Okay? But we do take a wound. Now, she has 6 hit points total. If they get 3 wounds, they flip over and they lose their special abilities and they need to rest and heal. But for now, we'll just take 1 wound. That's no problem. And now we will, and I will try to, every time, when I flip these cards, I will go top to bottom, left to right like I read. So we're going left to right. Just like that. It is the healer's turn. This is their current hand. This card would be pretty good. Getting another blue would not be too bad. So maybe for now, let's just have them take this. So now they already have 3 blue. They're not matching symbols, but at least they can cast their blue spell if they want. And I'm going to cheat just a moment here. I always forget that they have these abilities before they flip over. I always forget that. So, take a row of cards, take an action. So for her action, she will rest. And simply get to discard the lowest wound that she had. I always forget to do that. I never want to rest until after they've already been exhausted, which makes no sense. So let's get back to the healer. So they have these cards, and for their action, let's see. There's not anything in there that they need, so let's see. Does he want to swap or trade? Now swap would be just to take any 2 cards on the board, on the void they call it, and change the locations. And trade is 1 card to a player to receive a card. Well, we definitely want to give the sorceress one of these, which means she will have to give one of these back, and I think let's give this to him. And that is his turn. But now she has 3 blue symbols that are the same. And this is the fighter's starting hand, and there's no blue cards out there. But red and green will allow her to remove cards and discard them and get things shuffled around. So let's see what we want. We probably want to pick up this green. Although nobody has any wounds to taunt off. So maybe we just take these reds. Now you do have a hand limit of 8, but right now she is fine. She has 6. And ooh, more good items there. Okay, so I guess I do have this upside down. Let's just do that now. We'll see if that's an issue later. See, what is she going to do? Does she want to trade or swap? If she were to trade with the healer has this. And that will give her 3 red square symbols. So what does he need? Well, this would be okay. This would be okay. I think let's go with this one here. And give that to the healer. And so now to be back to the sorcerer's turn. But I think now that you see how this works, I think I'm going to zoom out overhead. It'll make it much quicker and easier for me to play. It'll be harder to read, but if there's something we need to read, I can zoom in on it. I tried to minimize the glare, but I really think this is going to speed up the game and make it a little bit easier. And if I need to, I can zoom in on the cards. But we're back to the sorcerer. And I tell you, remembering to use these abilities before they're exhausted makes this game much more manageable. Seems a little bit easier. Seems a little less stressful. And I think the last time I played it on camera was one of the first times I'd played the game. I never used rest, and it was horrible. So, 3 blue cards with the same symbol. This is going to be great. But first, you always start by taking a row or a column, then performing one action. So let's see. Let's go ahead and, why not, I think, let's do this, and that will set her up for another turn. So now 3, 6, 7, 8. That would be the hand limit, but we're going to go ahead and do this. First, you always, that's unfortunate, and you will see why in just a moment. So, she will cast, this will go into the discard, the Banish spell. Now, every character's level 2 blue spell allows them to banish cards, which is the object of the game. Get 10 cards into the banishing. It says play the lowest level undead from the void into the banishing. And if you notice, we just received a lower level. Instead of a 3, it's going to be a 2, but still. First card into the banishing right there. It's kind of hard to see the black card on the black, but I think you can see. Now we immediately need to refill that, so let's do this. And that is her turn, and she'll have a pretty good next turn. Let's see here. We have 3 green, 2 blue. I don't see a way to get 2 of those lined up. So, they really want the sorcerer to have that armor, so they're going to try to leave that. So I think what we'll do, it might be a little bit of a wasted turn, but we're kind of stalling. So let's see. We'll take this. We'll take this. We'll take this monster, and we will immediately... No, we're going to save that, because we only have the 1 wound. And good thing that didn't come out yet. And this will be a great way to show. We have 3 damage. 3 damage. So we flip over. So now the healer cannot perform any of those special actions. So we're going to rest, and that will discard the lowest wound. They're going to just heal, bandage up, do all the stuff. And now they can flip back over. They'll have this shield for later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're fine. The fighter. And don't see too much. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's take this and this and this. We'll leave the blue. Now that does give her 3 wounds, but her exhaustion level is 5, so she is fine. And we'll do this. Come on, big monster. No. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we'll save that. So let's just do this. We've got 3 red cards of any symbols, and that is kick. It says discard 2 adjacent cards in the void. Well, we'll discard this one, and let's get rid of the green. Yeah. See if we can't get another blue or red out there. No. Okay, that's not bad. But now we're back to the sorcerer. And this turns out really well for the sorcerer, because they have 3 blue matching symbols. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are fine. Now, look at that. That'll be perfect for the fighter. So she wants to probably trade if possible. Don't want to trade those. Don't want to trade those. Let's see, what can the healer do? The healer could use Well, that's not super helpful right now. But I think that's going to be the best bet. So, the sorcerer will give a square. So now he has 3 green squares, and take the triangle, and that is the sorcerer's turn. So the healer they're tired of seeing that armor not taken by the sorcerer, but the sorcerer's been busy. But the healer can heal other people's wounds. So let's go ahead and take these cards into our hand. So now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9. Since he's not exhausted, he needs to cast a spell, or he's going to have to discard and lose cards. And let me see if I don't really want to heal that wound yet, so let me try this. We're going to paralyze. So we place a card from the discard on top of an undead. Well, let's see. Which one do we want to go with? Let's go with this one. Now, if you notice, if I can get it to focus quickly, place a card from the discard on top of an undead. So that undead will still be there, but for now it is covered up. And why is that important? Let's go to the fighter. The fighter is going to take this row. They take the top card, one wound, which brings them to 4 of 5, so they are still fine. They are still standing. And then they take the top card. That will stay there, and now we refill like this. Oh, another monster. Look at that. That's looking ugly. But since she's still standing, she can use one of the character abilities. 3 matching red. Right there. Okay. Discard all cards from a row or column in the void. Very, very nice. Sorcerer. And unfortunately we have to take cards before. Don't really want to, because I am afraid a Acilio skeleton's going to show up there. We'll take these green. I told you! So, she will banish. Remember, that's the strongest spell of any of the characters. Now we have 2 cards. We need 10 cards to win the game. I forgot to put his paralyzed cards in the discard. My fault. So we fill this, another skeleton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She is at her limit again. And he already has these, so we know what he wants to do this turn. So let's see. None of those cards are really going to help him that much. This will give him an extra hit point. And this, you can avoid taking damage from one of the monsters. And you can do that immediately, but not on any that you've already taken. So, So let's see. She needs some green. So we'll leave her the middle row. That will work. So let's do this. I hope we don't put a monster there. Yep, I've got those. I got some of those cards twisted around in there. That's okay. And then we will cast the more powerful green spell. It says discard all wounds from a player. Well, definitely going to heal the fighter. Great turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can see if you had 2 or 3 people playing, managing their own characters, this game really goes fast. Really quick game. Really fun. Now, unfortunately, the sorcerer will not get a shield this round, but maybe they can get one later. And do I have those upside down again? I will have to see later. Discard 2 your wounds. Don't need to do that. Doesn't have enough to do anything else. So maybe we want to trade or swap. Let me look at the other hands. I'm going to pause real quick. The other players already have decent cards for combos. So we will do the swap. Any 2 cards in the void. So I can do these 2 or these 2. They don't have to be adjacent or whatever. You just swap the location of 2 cards. But I'm going to do these 2. That will end her turn. Now the sorcerer will go. They will take these, but they already have 3 matching red to cast the fireball right here. It says discard 4 adjacent cards from the void in a 2x2 square. There are some abilities that'll say destroy all connected monsters of the same level or blah blah blah. So it could even snake like this, but this is just a 2x2 grid, so bam, she hit those. Now technically I need to refill those first, but it's not going to affect the order of where the cards come out to go ahead and do that. So let's just go ahead now and 2, 3. We have seen a lot of the monsters, so we are getting a lot of blue cards out there now, which is nice. And she already has decent cards for future turns. That is unfortunate, but we will take this 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. Ooh, lots of monsters there though. And 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he has 9 cards. The healer will lose a card at the end of the turn if he does not cast a spell. So let me see what spell I want to cast. The way I play it, these are being cast for the spell. So until the spell resolves, these are not in the discard pile. Now that could be wrong. Someone could let me know, because I know some spells say even the cards just discard it sometimes. So unless it specifically says, that's the way I play it. Now that could be wrong. So the healer is going to play Bless. Any 3 blue cards. All players take a card from the discard. Now, since these are currently not technically in the discard, so we will let her go. She only has 1 blue circle, and I'm pretty sure she cast 3 of those, early in the game. So there we go. The shaman wants a square if it's in there. And it is not. So let's take a green triangle. Green triangle in there. It's hard to remember when you're not looking for something specific. Tell you what, we'll just take this then. Third option. And the warrior, any red card, pretty much. Well, yeah. Let's just get a. There we go. Red circle, as long as it's not a square. There we go. And now we will put these into the discard. Now, as I was saying, right here, if you look at Conjure, it says take any 3 cards from the discard, including any of the 3 just discarded. And you say, why would you do that? Well, you could take 3 of different symbols and then take 1 of the ones you just played and 2 from, or vice versa, 2 here and get the 3rd one, so the next turn you have a banish. But this one specifically says any of the 3 just discarded. But some of the other spells like his did not say that. And so that's the way I play it, is that if it does not specifically say, since some spells do and some don't, if it doesn't specifically say it, those cards are not in the discard until the end of the player's turn when they are resolved. Alright. And let's see. They have the ability to take some damage here. Do they want to do that and help out the other players? I think so. There's too many monsters out there. And they have a good turn. So we are going to just do this. We will immediately use the shield. You get to choose, if you take multiple wounds in one turn, you get to choose which one of the monsters you're going to block their damage or destroy with the shield. So we'll take the 3 out. That leaves her taking 3 other wounds. Not a big deal. But we did not want to reach the stamina threshold. That's a 5. And if we didn't block this, then we would have had to block this. So we had, it doesn't matter which one. It's going to result in the same outcome. So that is weird. Yeah, the items almost seem like they're upside down compared to the rest of the cards. Okay, so 3 green circles. Bandage, discard 2 of your wounds. Well, she has exactly 2 wounds. This combo of characters seems too good. This person can take a lot of damage and heal themselves. This person can heal anyone, and this person can banish. I don't know that another game or another combination would be this well. Not sure, but let's keep going. Now this, if you see, it says use in place of any symbol. This is a wild. Now I was reading online that the developer of the game, the way they intended it is that this is every color while it is on the table and while it is in your hand until you play it and choose its color. So you can use this as any color even on the table right now if you have a spell that affects certain color cards. But some people don't play it that way. But you can. So let's see. Don't need another one of those. I don't know that that is going to help. So, yep, let's go ahead and give her the wand and see what she's going to do with that. And that shield seemed to work so well on the fighter last time. I think the sorcerer is going to do this. Okay. A lot of zooming in and moving around. Enchant. Create a shield by placing a card from your hand into any player's shield slot. So, there are the cards cast for the spell, and we will take, I don't know, we already have 2 possible turns next turn, so let's take our odd card, flip it over, and make a shield for the warrior. Like I said, that worked out so well before. And on to the healer. And let's just do that. That looks pretty good. Lots of blue squares. They will take 1 damage. Not a problem. And now this is unfortunate, but I think we're going to do it. So we have 3 squares. And right here it says, play 2 blue cards from the void into the banishing. Now, if this was still sitting here, I could count this as a blue, and I could put it in the banishing. And I looked that up, and that is what the designer of the game specifically said you could do. But I do have 2 blues, but that means that later in the game, when we're trying to cast our big spells, we're going to have less blue cards. That's the downside. But now we have 4 out of the 10. All right. These will go here. And we feel. And that is an ugly looking board. So let's see what the warrior's going to do. They do have their shield, remember. They do have the shield. They're not going to be able to bandage, and they're not going to be able to spear. They could kick. But I think they definitely want to do this. And they will take those 2 wounds. And then they can kick. And they'll just do this. You need 3 red, and they'll kick. Oops, before I do that. Oh, the last card was drawn. So she may not do that. Let me take those 3 cards back, and let me double check in the rule book. 1 second. So on how to play, if you notice, it says the game consists of 3 rounds, where each round lasts until the final card is drawn from the deck. So that is the final turn of the round. So there is no need for her to kick some of these monsters into the discard. So she's going to save those cards for next round. Save that shield. She will simply rest and get rid of that wound. Now, since there's no more cards to feel, the last card was drawn. It doesn't have to be played or placed or discarded or anything like that. It says drawn. Now we have the werewolves coming out. And they will join the fight to try and stop us. So let me mix all those up and we'll get started. Alright, I've already done a lot of shuffling off camera, but I wanted to make sure people saw I'm not trying to cheat. Now remember, if 6 come up, 6 monsters, we have to start over. It's only on that starting hand, which it is possible, because remember, we've got some blues over here, and they have a lot of spell cards in their hand. There's 5. Wow, just to the limit. Fighter finished off, so the sorcerer will get to start, and I am loving what I see right here. That's just going to get rid of a skeleton, unfortunately, but is what it is. Okay. Unfortunately, it's just a skeleton, but banish. Lowest level undead from the void into the banishing. We'll take that one. Nope, I'll tell you what. Let's do this one. Because that had 3 monsters, and it didn't matter. It just made that worse. Now, since his specifically says 2 blue cards, and like I said, that weakens your later game spells, but it says specifically 2, and this says the. So I am going to assume that since there were multiple, I just choose, and you don't get to do all. It did not say all of the lowest. So, and yeah, I think that is not bad. So far. Well, okay. This doesn't look good. So let's take this and use the shield. And then we'll take this and we'll take this. It's not great, but good grief. That is not good. It's just 2 cards. That's not bad. Let's see. That would only get rid of 1 wound. That's not bad. So let's just go ahead and do this. This is Smite. 3 of the same red symbol. The healer will discard all. If you look right here, it says all of the lowest level undead. So we will discard both of these and hope to get some runes on the table. Ooh, a shield. That's not bad. Alright. The fighter can take some wounds, and they may have to help out the other people. They also have a shield. That might be pretty good. Let's see. They've got 3 green and 3 red. Do they want... Ooh, hey, that looks pretty good. So let's do this. We'll take this wound. And we will use that sorcerer's shield to get rid of that. Let me slide this over a little bit. Make a little more room on camera. There we go. Then we'll take this. We fill up the void. Good grief, this is getting ugly quick. Then, with that new acquired red, we'll cast Spear again. And the warrior can discard all cards from a row or column. I think let's go here. Alright. Please tell me you have... Nope, you don't have. But if you did that, you... But you'll be getting rid of another skeleton. Are you serious? A stupid skeleton. Ooh, but you have a wand. I keep forgetting that. Ooh, that's going to work. That's going to work. Please, no more skeletons come out. So, she will take this. She will take a wound. Take the triangle. No skeletons. And no monsters. No monsters would be amazing. No monsters would be... Ah, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's a imp or a gargoyle. Or, well, not a gargoyle, but like a goblin or an orc. That's not bad. I was hoping to get rid of one of the werewolves. That would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. So, we will... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are fine. And we will use this as a blue triangle. Okay? So, we will banish the lowest level undead. There we go. I was really hoping we could get rid of one of those werewolves. That would have been so amazing. Alright. What is the healer going to do? I think this will be a good time to do this. So they don't really need any green at the moment. Those... I hate to steal that shield. So let's just go ahead and do this and set up for next turn, possibly. We'll do that. And we have... Oh, that's a shame. We have 3 of the same symbol. We don't need that. We need this. Maybe somebody can give us... Ooh, there's another one. Maybe somebody can trade us a green triangle later. So we will cast this. And it is Consecrate. Discard the lowest wound from each player. Well, very nice. And that says each player. Just in case. Right there. Consecrate. Each player. Just in case somebody was wondering. Somebody that doesn't have the game or hasn't played it. So, there we go. Now, what are you going to do? You need a square. There's a square. You don't need to bandage. You don't really need to take wounds from other people. So, what are you going to do? That could possibly set up for future turns. Let's try to get rid of this for somebody else. And then we could discard 2 of our wounds, but that's no need when we can simply rest to get rid of the 1 wound. So we'll just rest. Hold on to the cards. See what the sorcerer can do. They already have where they can create a shield, so that's pretty nice. And they can pick up a shield. Let's see. She needs that, so I don't want to get that. And he needs that, so that's not good either way. Either way, that looks bad. So I think we're going to have to do this. We just have to. So we will take the shield. We're going to take this row. We'll immediately use it for that. And we'll take this green. And we will create a shield. And I think we're going to give the shield to the warrior, again, the fighter, because it seemed to work out so well. Now, he needs a square, and he can do that. But it's going to get rid of, it's going to be dangerous, it's going to get dangerous. This is unfortunate by doing it. Either way, if I go here, or if I go here, or if I go there, which would be even worse. But it would get rid of a werewolf off of the board. So what do I want to do? Alright. Either way, it's going to stick me over my stamina. I'm going to show you. So let's just go ahead and do this. It's dangerous, but I think it will eventually work out. Somebody may have to help me. But if you notice, the armor says +1 stamina. This is the stamina, so this goes up to 4. That means I have to take 4 hit points before I get exhausted. My hit point total did not extend. It's still 7. But I now have 5 wounds. So I had to flip my card over. So he cannot cast his big spell, which is unfortunate. Okay? But we get this big wound off the board for other people. Now we will rest. We discard your lowest wound. So this goes away. We're still at 4 out of 4, so we are still exhausted. But I really think that was the best option at this moment. Because she has taunt, and if she did not get a green card, I will be. That's a shame. So needs 2 red triangles. Nope, 2. Wow. Now I don't want to steal the blue from the sorcerer if I can help it, although it's not going to help. So I guess we're going to set up for the future and hope she can get something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Has exactly 9 cards. Does she want to take that wound from somebody? Why not? It's unfortunate, but we will use 2 green triangles and a green square. Oh, oop. Sorry, doing stuff out of order a little bit. Dadgum. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. Take any number of wounds from other players. So any number of wounds from other players. So you could take multiple wounds from multiple players because you're taunting the monsters to come to you. Which is a little strange because, I mean, they've already done the damage, they've already attacked, but yet you're pulling them over. So I will take this werewolf over to me, which allows the healer to flip. And if you see here, it says the shield may be used to discard any an undead anytime one is taken. Now, she could, if she wanted, right now, discard this to block this, but we're not going to because I have a plan for the future. I just wanted to make sure that people knew that that was an option, that is something that you could do. But let's see what the sorcerer is going to do. They are in a bad way right now. They would like to create a wand or a shield or something, but they can't take 6 damage. They could take this, or that. So what do they want to do? Well, I think the only option they have is this, which unfortunately is enough to break their stamina. No, I tell you what, let me redo that. What order were these in? Let me double check what order those were in. Sorry, glad I called it when I did. It doesn't matter, she's going to be exhausted either way, so let's take this one. And I did have those in the correct spot. So now, that is 5. That is not enough to kill the sorcerer, but it is enough to exhaust them. Why do I do that? Well, because I was going to have 3 either way, but now when I rest, I'll get rid of that. Now the healer can use their ability, and it won't be as wasted. Now let's see. Do I want to use the ability? I think I do. Even though this right here is nice for him. He has 4. It's 2, 4, 5. It's too much. This is 3. That's not bad. 3, 4. That would be too much. So let's go this way. 2, 3. And he has 4 stamina. So 3 plus 1. So he is fine. Okay. And I would like to do a banishing, but I'm not going to do it right now. I think I'm going to do this. Consecrate. We've done it before. And we will remove the lowest wound from all players. That's why it didn't matter that she took the extra monster. It helps the whole team out. And that's why she did not use her shield. He took care of all that. Now it is on to her turn. And let's see. No, not enough blues. Not enough blues. So, I think we will take this column. And we will immediately block the werewolf with the sorcerer shield. And then we will fill the void. There we go. That looks much better for everyone. Now what does, see. That's not bad. Ooh. Although it'd be another skeleton that got banished. That's not bad. Does he need a square? Well, he's already got 3 squares, but still, that is not bad. Now she could rest to get rid of that wound, but I really like this. So we have 3 different symbols. And if I can zoom in here, or focus, place these cards on top of 3 undead. That is amazing. So she will keep her wound for now. It's not hurting her. She's tough. Here we go. And I will place this here. And I will place this here. And place this here. I was trying to figure out if there was a way. Ooh. Yes, there is. Nope. Because I'm still going to remove this card no matter what I do. I want to try to keep this covered, but I don't see how, because I either need these or these. And either way, I'm going to take whatever card is there. So let's just leave it, I think, like that. Unfortunate, but here we go. Sorcerer turn. 1, 2, 3. We only replace 1 card. She will immediately play these 3 to banish the skeleton. Unfortunately, we keep banishing skeletons, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we only need 3 more cards. That is not bad at all. Not bad at all. We will fill that. Much easier when you actually remember to rest. So do I want to? No, I don't. This is too much. That's too much. Since this is too much, I think this is the way to go. So that is 2, 4, 5 damage, which will flip him over, and he will rest, but that will still leave him at 4. He is exhausted for now. Can she? No. Not really. So I think we're going to do the same thing we did before. We could kick out 2 adjacent monsters, but that is not good to do this late in the draw because there's only 1 turn left. Yeah, there's only 1 turn left. So we will cast again Fortify, which means we get to cover up 3 of the monsters. Now, what symbols does she have? She has blue circles is all. So she wants, so which means she would banish a skeleton again if she did that action this turn. But we have this. Could create another shield by doing that and just wait till later. No, I don't think so. I think we got to just save it. So let's just cover up 3 monsters, and she will take these 3 cards and just save that for next round. So what can she do with these? She could create a wand. That might not be bad. Give somebody a wand. Make it easier for them in the future. Only has 8 cards, but still, I think, plus, by going ahead and doing this, I don't want to burn this banish spell. But this will give me more runes in the deck, which is going to be helpful in the last round of the game. So, this is a little bit different. Those are 3 different symbols. It says, create a wand, not a shield, a wand, by placing one of the cards from your hand. Well, as we know, I want to keep the 3 blue cards. So let's just take this and let's give. She constantly seems to be taking monsters for us now. So let's give her the wand so in case she needs that one card. And it is his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He already has 3 blue squares. That's amazing. Don't want to take any wounds because we want to heal. So we're going to take this, which is unfortunately just one of those. And if you notice, the last card is drawn. So he will not. Well, he cannot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He cannot cast a major spell because he is still exhausted. So he will rest, heal this wound, and rejoin the fight. Ready to go. There we are. And that was his turn. So we will start here with the fighter in the last round of the game, because this last card was drawn. And now the vampires show up. So let me shuffle those up and we'll be right back. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think this is going to happen a lot this late in the game. So let me double check the rules. I may even have to go online to see about that. And since we haven't really started a turn, it doesn't matter. I couldn't find online a definitive answer, so if someone knows, could they please put it in the comments, let me know. But I'm just going by, the book says, if there are 6 or more undead, shuffle the cards into the deck and repeat the process. And it says that as soon as the last card is drawn, add the new monsters and start again building a new void. Create a void. So I would think that that applies also. So we have 5 here. It took me several tries. Well, not several. It took me 2 or 3 tries on camera. And I haven't tried any off camera. I tried to do everything on camera so that I'm not accused of cheating, because I'm not good at games. So, what do I want to do? We're starting with the fighter. I really think this is going to be a good turn for the healer. Now, unfortunately, that will put her over her stamina limit for now. But now we have 2 possible spell opportunities for future turns. So let's fill up the... Oh, there's our first vampire showing up. She will rest. And that is enough to get her back into the fight. remember, she has this magic wand from the sorcerer. Now, the sorcerer, what are you going to do? Because this is not looking good at all for you. That is a dangerous, dangerous board. And unfortunately, I think this is going to look dumb, but I think it's going to work well. So we will take this and block this, and take this, because now we have 2 red squares, 3 blue. Another 2 came out. Another 2 came out, boo. Although it's the last round of the game, so now it doesn't matter. I hate that all the skeletons are in here, but it is what it is. So we will banish. So we will banish this guy. Come on, there we go. That worked out well. Now the healer has cards, has options, has 2 out of 4 wounds. I don't know that they can. Ooh, they can't do anything they want to do. This is bad. Do they want to take? I think they want to take the 5 wounds, unfortunately. No, they can't take 5. That would kill them. But they can take the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to put them over the limit on cards also. I don't think... She's going to get rid of his wounds. So I think the green cards... So, lots of thinking, but we're going to do this, this, and this, unfortunately. Which means his action will have to be to heal. Oh, this is ugly. This is ugly. But that still leaves him exhausted. And green discards wounds, red discards monsters. And I think I want to hold on to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got to get rid of 2 cards. So let's get rid of, unfortunately, let's get rid of 1 green and 1 blue. Let's see what the fighter can do. See if the fighter can help us out here. Already have 4 wounds. Have a 1. This does not look good. If any one character dies, the game is over. It's lost. What are we going to do? I really want a bandage, but we have to take cards first. You have to take cards first. Yeah. Every row and column is going to kill her. Well, this, and these 3. So what do we want to do? Because unfortunately, if I take this, then I'm only healing 1. I'm going to be exhausted either way. Oh, it's ugly. So that would put me 2 turns behind. But I think that's my best chance at winning. Is to go to 8 wounds, unfortunately. And heal this one. Oh, that's game. That is game. I don't see us winning now. Yep. Oh, I don't see us winning now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're okay there. Oh, we got so close. So she has to take these, which means she is exhausted, even at 3 wounds. If a player dies, or if all players are exhausted, or if you've failed to complete the banishing by the end of round 3. So, her stamina is a 3. So no matter which row or column or combination she took, she was going to get a 3 monster. Just could not get them healed quick enough. It's unfortunate. So close, so close. But really enjoyed it. And I felt like I was winning the game and doing well until that last deal when I kept getting monsters. I felt like I was in the game, where I have played this several times since my last recording, where I didn't even make it to the third round. Just horribly, horribly demolished. It is a tough game. It is some luck involved, but it's really cool. Really cool. I think it would flow a little better. Well, I know it would flow better, but I think it would also be a little bit easier if you only controlled one player, because then you could really focus on your hand at all times and helping out other people. But let's see. We have 5, 8. We only needed 2 more. And he was able to have done that last turn. There were 2 blues on the table, but he was exhausted and could not do it. Could not do it. But if you notice, here's a monster. Monster. Who has a good one? So we only had 2 blue cards in there. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. But see, a bunch of 1s and 2s in there, which meant at the end of the game you're getting nothing but these. So we really needed to make more shields and stuff like that. But anyway, really cool. I enjoyed the game. It's pretty quick, pretty easy. Lots of different character variations. And like I said, I haven't played this on camera in a very long time, so I was happy to play it and get it out for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Everyone, please, it's crazy out there, so please stay safe. Watch over each other. Take care. Be safe. Stay healthy. And may God bless you.